What's up, Sallisaw? It's another Sallisaw on 5. Welcome back. This is where we're celebrating the people, places, and pride of our community. And I'm here at the airport today with my buddy Tom Hanning. And just check out what's going on out here, man. So tell us a little bit about the airport, who you are, how you got here, what's going on out here.
Okay, yeah. So, the airport has been here for many, many years. And I just have a aviation background in my family. From my family, and so as a child I was in and around aircraft, and growing up went one direction in life, wasn't aviation, but I ended up in aviation. And so the business that my wife and I own here is called T3 AeroSports.
Okay.
And the meaning behind the name there has a twofold meaning. T3 representing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But yet also Tom and Tiff and the three children. We have three children and three grandchildren. So maybe we'll change that to T3 squared or something one of these days. But
well, that's an interesting thing to think about because the city owns the airport.
The city owns the airport, yes.
But you operate a business out of here, so
yes.
How does that relationship
Yeah,
work?
so the city owns the airport, and then what they need and is they need somebody to be the boots on the ground, and what that is called is the FBO, and that stands for Fixed Based Operator. And so T3 AeroSports is the FBO that is on the field operating the day in and day out activities of the airport.
Okay.
Yep.
So what does a day look like out here at the airport for you and your team? Because you have a team out here that works with you.
Yes.
What kind of things do you guys do?
Yes, I do. So T3 AeroSports, we offer a couple of services out here. One is maintenance services to work on aircraft that are based here at the airport, as well as aircraft that are based in surrounding airports. And then we also have a flight school where we train people to become pilots, whether it's for personal or private use, or whether it's somebody who wants to go on and become a commercial pilot and fly for the airlines. We've had many former students that do and have gone to the airlines, and many former students that have gone on and even to fly in the military.
Okay.
And so, and then corporate aviation is a part of that as well. And so those three areas of the flying aspect is where they would end up.
Typically the flying school, that's where most of us see the planes flying over the town.
Yeah,
every
so
day.
yeah, so if somebody were taking note of the airport and has taken note of the airport, say over the last 8 to 10 years or so, you would have recognized that the airport, there was really not much going on out here. And then we came in, T3 AeroSports came in. I started as a one-man crew, doing everything by myself, and then we have evolved. We've been blessed, and the Lord's blessed us and allowed us to evolve into a business of which we have 2 to 3 flight instructors that work for us. Have a full-time mechanic, and bringing on another full-time mechanic here in just a few days.
Okay.
And so that's what it's evolved into. And then again, people would have noticed that there's no air traffic around here, to where the difference is today. You'll see aircraft coming in and all day long. You'll see them taking off and landing and circling the town and such.
For sure. That's awesome. What's your vision for the future of aerospace here in Sallisaw?
Yeah, so we'll see. What the Lord's will is in everything, but I have to believe that it's good. And so what that means is it's not just good for T3 AeroSports, but it's also good for the city of Sallisaw as well. I see that I have seen, since I have started out here, an interest in the airport and an interest in aviation go from a place of not really knowing the airport existed into a place of today, to where you can come out any given day and you'll see cars filling the parking lot. And so if we continue with that trajectory, then we would see in the future even more activity and even the youth getting involved, because aerospace, really Oklahoma is one of the leading aerospace states in the nation.
Really?
It is. And so we've got a great opportunity here to continue carrying that torch, and also begin to work our way towards the tip of the spear, so to speak, in the aviation industry.
Okay. So you can see how the airport here in Sallisaw can benefit economically.
Absolutely.
To the city of Sallisaw as a whole.
Yes. Yeah, so they've done some studies in the past, and it is an economic development impact or economic impact of the airport towards the city. We currently have one of those studies that's it's taking place right now, and when we get the results of that, hopefully sometime soon, then it'll be open to the public and they can actually see a actual number, and they will know that, hey, the airport contributed X amount of dollars towards the economic state of the city of Sallisaw.
Talk just real quick, briefly about, I know many of us have seen the fighter jets that are flying over Fort Smith, and they'll come over here in this area as well. How is that affecting airports like Sallissaw's? Because Sallisaw is a certain size. There's only certain kind of planes that can come into here.
Right. Yeah.
How is that affecting economic growth here in this city?
Yeah. So currently in Fort Smith, that is where they're doing some military training, and they are going to be doing much more military training, and so that airspace is beginning to become very busy and cluttered, and the consequent of that is the folks that have the general aviation aircraft, the public sector, I should say, are looking for other places to go, but yet close to Fort Smith, and we just happen to be here. And if we were to play our cards correctly and poise ourselves and be prepared, we would be prepared for people to come in and benefit. The city could benefit even more so, from others that are coming from outside areas into the city.
So I've been here for a little bit this morning, and I've already seen one plane take off, and we're about to see another one take off here in a minute. But it's interesting to see, because it's such an expensive hobby, but there's so many cool things that you can get involved with.
Correct.
With aviation.
Yes.
And so one of those areas you were telling me about is mechanics.
Yes.
It's such an open field where there's a big need for airplane mechanics.
It is. Everybody wants to be a pilot, and I don't blame them. And because there is a wow factor and a fun factor to it and such. But these airplanes, they have to have maintenance, and the FAA, there are guidelines that we have to adhere to maintain the airworthiness of these aircraft.
Okay.
And so because of that, really our older mechanics, they're retiring out, and there's not as many to come in and fill those positions as we once had.
Okay.
And it goes for the same for the pilots as well. So yes, there is a need for aviation aircraft mechanics.
Okay. So do you have a favorite moment or a memorable moment out here at the airport?
Yeah, so thinking about that, really I could think of exciting things that I've done, but frankly, the most memorable moment, and I'm going to say moments, I'm going to put an S on the end of that, is every time we are able to take a student and bring them from a place of introducing them to the aircraft and then seeing them take off and fly that aircraft by themselves. Those are moments that are very memorable and exciting.
Yeah.
And it gives a good opportunity for us to sit down and visit and even pray with them before they go fly on their own.
Yeah.
And they go up and they come back, and then to see the look on their face when they come out of the sky.
That's really cool. Well, so a lot of us have flown in commercial planes, going on a trip or whatever it may be, a big plane.
Yeah.
What's the big difference between sitting in your seat on a big plane and getting in one of these little guys?
Well, the difference would be compared to if you're on a Greyhound bus and you're sitting in the back versus you're the driver of the bus.
Okay.
And if you're in the back of the airplane, on a commercial airplane, you don't see a whole lot. All you know is that you feel some things that are foreign to your body, and you leave one area of the country and you land in another area of the country, but you don't really know what happened in the process of being there. But sitting in the cockpit at the controls, you know exactly what's taking place, and you get to understand the full envelope of flight itself.
Okay. Well, what's one thing you wish the citizens of Sallisaw knew about their airport?
One thing to know is that this is a public place. This
Okay.
is, even though it has a fence around it, and that's per the FAA guidelines, we have to have that, but yet it is a public place, and it is available for the public to come out and just to sit and see and watch. I've had many people come out and bring their children out, and they sit on the deck out
Okay.
here, and they watch the airplanes taking off and
Okay.
landing and things of that nature. So yeah, they don't have to have a pilot certificate to come out and just hang out, you know, and learn more about it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Awesome. Final question. What does it mean to be operating your business here in the city of Sallisaw?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, I would say it's a blessing, number one, but then I would also say, the responsibility is another thought that comes to mind, and responsibility of the sense of just the nature of what's taking place out here, working on fixing airplanes, flying airplanes, teaching people how to fly, but it's just really, really blessed to be able to be a part of a cog in the wheel that helps the whole thing turn as far as the city of Sallisaw is concerned. And if the airport were to go away, it did not exist, I do believe that the city would recognize that. They may not recognize that it's here right now. A lot of folks may not recognize that it's here, but if it were to leave and to go away, I think everybody would recognize that. There would be some impacts that would take place that they would recognize.
Okay. Well, Tom, thank you so much for letting me come out here today.
You bet.
Talk to you from what I know from the city side of things. You're doing a great job. And
Appreciate
it's
it.
incredible things that are happening out here behind the scenes. And so keep it up.
You bet.
And keep scaring people at the Walmart parking lot as
bet.
they watch the planes come over and try to land. And maybe one day I'll get my pilot's license.
You bet. You bet. Anybody can do it.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Appreciate
good
you.
one. Thank you.